one guy, a lot of girls. Playboy Mansion, one guy, little girls.
Pedophile.
That's the other P word.
Now, we're
Yeah.
about to go into episode 2.
We're about to go into episode 2.
Yeah, so we're halfway through. Now, in this episode, you're going to meet a lot of interesting people.
Interesting.
And this is when things really start to dive into the darkness that takes place.
Robert likes younger women. You have people who have fantasies about different things. I like older women. Go figure, you know? But that's just a preference. What is the big deal? What's the big issue with my brother?
I'll tell you what the issue is.
This is why... Wait.
Oh,
The
okay.
issue is
What? Tell him. Tell him what the issue is.
Bruce Kelly has POSD.
Oh, not another one. Is this shit contagious?
It must be. And I feel like he suffers from it the most because he sees no wrong in his brother. Going off of what you just saw,
Yeah. It's a preference, guys.
it's a preference.
Yo, I like older women. Me personally, I do like older
Yeah,
women.
because liking older women and liking younger women, it's the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know, being 38 dating somebody who's 20
Absolutely.
is the same as being 20 dating somebody who's 8.
Hey,
It's a preference.
it's a preference.
It's a preference. He needs to
got it.
stay in jail.
Oh,
I don't know how
gosh.
long he's been in there. You know, people miss out on details, but you know what the issue is with your brother.
What is really going on in his mind to say that? Like, I can understand it's like, oh, I like women, I like men.
Excuse me, it's man.
Okay, I can understand that. But when you're saying
Young versus old,
old,
and young is fun, you just sound old and dumb.
people need help.
People need help. If you're that person who,
Yeah.
you know, thinks you need some type of help, don't be afraid to reach out.
Right.
You know,
Right.
there's
Just
a lot of resources these days.
Don't wait. Call 8.
And the one other point I want to touch on real quick is
Not the kids.
Demetrius, huh?
You said touch on. I was just saying not the kids.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. Not R. Kelly out here. Pied Piper. R&B.
Did you hear that?
About to beat my meat.
Oh. Whoa, buddy.
There was girls everywhere. There was a young girl sitting and she had to be, I haven't checked her ID, I don't know, but anywhere between 15 to 17 to 18. She was a teenager, she was young. You can tell what's young. I don't know if they were together. When I went to another room, there was a girl in that room with the lights out, waiting. There was another girl in this lounge over there, lights out, waiting. And I'm telling Reed, my business partner, what the hell is going on?
Strike 3.
Tells his business partner, doesn't tell anybody who can help and save these girls. Craig, what are you doing? Why is it always the people named Craig who can't seem to get it right?
Wow, if I was in his shoes, like I go in a room and I see one girl at first, like, okay, maybe there's some need to meet up with something. I don't know. I'm still skeptical about it. But then when you see that second one, I'm like, nah, it's done. Nah, I gotta talk to somebody.
I would wonder why, like, you know, they're just in there and the lights are out. You know, it's like, what are you doing? You have to remember, like, this is back when, like, cell phones weren't anything.
It's like,
you know, you had pagers. You might have had a flip phone. You know, what are you doing in there? You can't Rubik's Cube in the dark. Like what are you doing? Touching your toes? Like, what?
Maybe they were taking a nap. But then when I see
Just waiting.
waiting
He doesn't say waiting for what, because you already know what.
I wonder if he even asked her anything. Asked any of those girls anything.
They're not allowed to speak, you know that.
My parents were trying to get a hold of me and they couldn't. I did not know that my cell phone number was being changed.
There was girls there.
Welcome to seeing
Andrew.
the wife. The wife. The wife.
Wifey.
Wifey.
And I actually like him.
Ex-wife.
Ex-wife. But you.
Gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.
She saw Robert in a different light, and for the most part, things were going good with her. You know, nothing bad was happening.
Nothing.
But
Nothing.
just like any sickness, it creeps up slowly, and then it goes in for the kill.
Some guys have all the luck. I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms. At night, I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep.
The one thing I do kind of have a minor complaint with is, like, even if you didn't know your phone number's changed, like, you didn't try to call your parents. My phone number's changed, but if I try to call my parents, they're gonna be like, oh, you called from another number.
Right.
And then you'll know, like, immediately.
How in the world did they even get to the phone company to do that? Like, how do you be like, let me change somebody else's number
Just
real
shows
quick.
how primitive.
How is that
Just
even
shows-
possible? How do you...
This shows how easy it was to do stuff like that. Hey, this is R. Kelly.
Yeah, so it's just
Change her line.
I believe I can fly. That R. Kelly. Oh, okay.
Sing a note.
Sing it out.
I believe. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll change it
Alright,
right
I'll
away.
change it, I'll
I'll change
change
it right away. Anything else? You want me to send my daughter to you?
We'll give you a free line.
I'll send my daughter to you. You want me to do that? All right, I want her to be a star. Okay.
I don't know if that's what we're promoting.
My wedding was a surprise wedding. I did not know I was getting married. Like, Robert, what if I wanted to do it in a church? What if I wanted to wear a wedding dress?
Changing numbers to changing relationship statuses. This man is out of control.
He's out of control. Shout out to my coworker who says that all the time. You know who you are. Out of control.
I don't know who you are.
He doesn't know who you are. But
I believe it. I believe it.
Gotta believe.
Gotta do what?
I gotta believe. You sure about that? I gotta believe. You gotta do what? I gotta believe. But most important, I gotta believe.
Gotta believe. This is not how you treat the person who tried to help you learn to read.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow.
He did not know how to
But
read.
he know how to change numbers. This is weird.
He knew how to change numbers, and he knew how to drop #1 hits.
Having to call him daddy, there should not be repercussions if I don't call you daddy. I can control what you do, who you do it with, how long you do it, where you're going, what you wear, when you eat, when you sleep.
He
There's
controls
levels to this shit.
everything.
There's levels to this shit, young boy.
Can you imagine being told, like, when you go to the bathroom, when you eat, when to go to sleep?
This ain't preschool.
It's like a jail.
I'm a grown ass
It's
man.
a jail. Like, that's his whole wife. The woman who gave him ABC. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know. I couldn't even do that to the person I'm with. Like, why am I controlling them? It's like it's supposed to be a partnership. It's not. You go here in this corner. All right, Rapunzel, let down your golden hair.
It's crazy. It's
I'm
like,
coming up.
How do you just start having someone call you daddy? He's ultimately a pimp. He turns, but except they're not prostitutes.
He gets high off his own
hoes.
supply. Let's
Yeah.
let's say that.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah, like oh man, it's like nobody signed up for this, but yet they find themselves in the contract. It's crazy. All right, so we're about to meet Sparkle, and Sparkle is one of the realest people in this series. Give it up to Sparkle.
Oh yeah.
At one point, she was at R. Kelly's house. They were watching the game, and they were watching the Bulls playoff game.
It's in the living room, mind you. Everybody's just chilling, and all you hear is.
Yeah, you just hear it knocking,
And
then continues.
then
She's like, "Don't you hear
hear
that?"
that?
No.
No.
What?
He leans back
Yeah, he leans back.
and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you hear,
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
And she peeks out the door. His wife, Drea. And I was like, oh, hell no, to myself. She wanted to come down to grab a bite to eat. She asked him, is it okay if I come down to grab some food? And he was like, yeah, come on. And I was just like, wow. Never could be me.
no way.
I'm like, yo, I didn't think he was gonna do this to his wife. I didn't
Out
think
of
it was
all
that.
people, the wife.
She taught him to read. She leapfrogged him.
No, he still don't know how to read.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Never could be
Be
me.
named.
She was like, never. Like, that's how you know Sparkle would have said something. Like, his shit would have been done at the very beginning.
If you would do something wrong, instead of saying, hey, do it this way, are you that stupid? And you're like, why do I have to be stupid just because I don't know how to do it? Down to the way he wanted his pancakes made, with the crispy edges if they weren't crisp enough. The milk was too cold. Then one time I make the milk too cold.
How do you have milk too cold? When can I get to the point in my life where my milk can be too cold and I can complain about it and yell and get new milk?
Wow.
Get new milk. You know, I read the
Yeah.
you know, I read the cover of the milk the other day. Like, I had it, but I didn't really pay too much attention. I read it. You know, it's Hood brand milk.
I mean,
It's Hood brand.
what are you talking about? But yeah, the pancakes. The pancakes weren't made right.
The pancakes weren't made
Crisp.
right. Weren't crisp. I mean, hey, some people can't make pancakes at all. He out here getting fucking silver
Why is
stacks
it- I mean,
over and over again.
Why is he getting upset about her making the stuff, even though you can read it? You have to read it to make it. So I feel like if
He can't do this.
he can't read.
He's not
so he has
qualified.
no right.
He's not qualified
He
to do
has
this
no
job.
right to
He is
be yelling
not
at somebody.
qualified to do this job.
If you can't read the
Hashtag never
instructions-
forget.
There we go.
Hashtag never forget. It's like, I feel as though
You can't complain about something that
he
you
should
don't
know
even
his
gotta do.
place. He should know his place. And I feel like Sparkle would have put him in his place.
Real quick.
I don't think she would have made him the pancakes.
Nah, like, all right.
Milk's too cold. Excuse me? Gotta drink it.
Like what?
Put it in the microwave.
What are you talking about?
Like, too cold.
Stop this nonsense.
When do I get to the point in my life where I can complain about my milk being too cold?
You gotta get a singing career together. You gotta do that.
Some people don't even get cold milk.
Some people don't get milk at all.
Exactly.
Robert didn't allow pretty much anyone to speak to me. I'm just walking around, hey, everybody, hey. And then I'm just like, what's going on? Why aren't these people speaking back? Come to find out, they couldn't speak to me. I would go out of my way to speak to people just to tick him off because I'm just like, look, you can't tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm not that girl. I'm not that chick. You can't stifle me.
Out here trying to silence people and not talk
You
to her.
can't silence Sparkle?
What?
What?
She's like, hi.
Yeah, you can't stop that. You can't stop the good morning.
No.
You can't stop
can't
that.
stop that.
Hey man, I'm not really a morning person. I'll say good morning to you, you
Yeah.
know, or whatever. But I'm not really a morning person. I don't really feel the need to talk that much in the morning. I'm like, it's too damn early for this. It's like 6, 7 a.m. Good morning. Hello. It's like what? No, it's like bring it down.
Yo, when they show the image of her with the fierceness face.
Yeah, that was questionable. Why that picture?
I mean, I understand the message behind it. Like, yo,
'Cause
don't
she
mess
gotta
with
be
Sparkle.
fierce.
Because she is fierce. Well, I mean, without the picture alone, the way she carries herself and her demeanor, like, yo,
Yeah,
that's what's
that
up.
picture represents
Like,
it.
She out here. I like
She out
this.
here.
I like.
He's like, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, Sparkle's a keeper.
Yeah.
Sparkle's a keeper.
R. Kelly can't keep it. Yo.
He asked me how old I was, and I told him I was 17. And he asked me, will your mother let you come to Chicago? I thought when I said 17, that was gonna be the deal breaker, but it wasn't.
17 should have been that deal breaker, but she made it anyway.
Yeah.
She
in her
made it
mind,
anyway.
in her mind, she was conscious of the fact that this wouldn't work. Like, oh, I'm 17, that'll be the deal breaker. Like, oh, then you won't be with me. But then he says yes. In my mind, I would have been like, if I was her, I would like, wait, still no, because it's not the way it's supposed to go. But she still went.
Like, she just straight out flew to Chicago. It was like, damn.
Yeah, once she got you away from your family,
Yo, once you on that plane,
you're done.
you're done. Like, you're done.
You're
Like,
done.
this person flew you out here, and they're your only way back.
Yeah.
Like, you're done. You are just depending on that Pied Piper, and he's just playing all that music, getting all this money, you know, and you can't leave. You learn that, your decisions could have after effects that you don't
He's
like.
holding on and he is not letting go.
Come on, you gotta line up.
But the thing is that, which is crazy about R. Kelly, is that he will let go. He's perfectly fine with letting go. But he knows you'll come back. Because you don't have anything. You need him.
You need him.
You need him. And he wants you to believe that no one else is going to treat you, better than he will. And he's treating you like fucking dirt.
Yeah.
He's treating you like
He
dirt.
wants you to believe he can fly. He wants you to believe he's that star up in the sky. All right?
Mm-hmm.
He made it. He's the world's greatest.
No.
She would sit on the couch. I would go in the booth and do my thing, and I wouldn't take my eyes off her. Robert's having a Christmas party or some type of party, and it's gonna be a lot of kids, so we're all gonna stay, at his house and, have games. And so then I was just like, okay. But think of a grown man hanging out with young girls. It just felt like I just shouldn't have introduced them. Something ain't right.
Sparkle back at it again. Like
those eyes.
Yo, those eyes. She's like
Yo.
like a hawk. Like she knows. She's like, ooh. She's like, I feel like once he sees that you're like, you're young, he just gets that tingle.
He was like, if I can't have
It's
Sparkle.
like getting a notification. He gets that
Yeah.
zzz, zzz, like, ooh. And it's like, ew.
If I can't have Sparkle, I'm gonna have a descendant of her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the glitter. I'm gonna have the glitter.
And you were right.
She was right.
Something wasn't right.
Grown man.
Back at it
Bunch
again.
of little girls. Christmas party. How?
Just let that sink in a little bit.
Let that sink in. Think about somebody saying that now. No adults. There's no parents there.
The only adult.
He's the only adult.
The only.
There's a Christmas party. No boys. Just little girls. That's it.
Because honestly, if I really was thinking about it at the time, like, I would be thinking, one guy, a lot of girls. Playboy Mansion. No, I don't want this.
Exactly.
I would-
Exactly.
But then it's like, one guy, little girls.
Pedophile.
That's the other P word.
Chicago Tracks was a really, really big place. There's a bedroom in the middle of Studio A. I thought that was quite strange.
Honestly, he already struck out. That was 3 strikes, but this is...
Yeah,
this is-
now he's just like...
He's just piling up now. Wait. Doctor, where is he suffering from?
He suffers from POSD, my boy. No. Poor Craig. Oh my God. Craig's back at it again. No. Describing, analyzing, and staying silent.
Oh my God.
He just... Craig. Leave a like if you think Craig suffers from POSD.
Come on, Craig.
And there's no way of him to redeem himself and he can't be helped.
Come on, Craig.
Like, this is the closing. We're closing out here. You learn more as you go in this show.
Yeah.
But one thing that remains the same, Craig is useless. He does nothing. He doesn't talk about how he tried to do something and it just didn't work. He doesn't talk about how he talked to Robert on the side. No. Nothing. Nothing. He just describes what he questions.
You're just in the workplace.
It's like...
And you see a bed in the workplace. Like, a queen-size bed in the main studio where they record. Because Craig is a music producer, so I'm pretty sure he's like, what is this doing here? Which he had said, but it's just like...
I mean, you can argue that you sleep there sometimes because you're working so hard, which is possible. When you see multiple girls in every room, and the lights are out, and there's a bed in every room, and he's the only guy who's in this studio, along other than staff, you wonder, like, why is this here?
Why is it happening?
When are you gonna make the conversation come up? Like, hey, what's this about?
He hasn't done anything.
He's done plenty. Not speaking up is doing something too, and that's what leads to these types of cases.
Man.
I'm Jay.
I'm Xavier.
We're those unknown guys.
That's right.
If you want to get to know us, check us out.
But if you don't want to get to know us,
probably didn't know us anyway. Peace out.
Penis.